As we get to the end of January 2019, it's been interesting what I've learned over the course of the last 4 weeks, but my clients have been coming to me regularly now because we kind of do a deep dive at the beginning of the year, and they're coming to me with their big problems. And these are the 4 things that people are crying out for help with. And bad recruitment starts with one of them, their top salesman becoming a bad manager, why managers are failing, and the director's wake-up call, really, what directors are doing wrong. So these 4 things I'm just going to dive into quickly, give you a minute on each subject of what people have been asking for help for. So companies spend a load of money on recruitment, and that recruitment spend invariably is not good investment of time and money. Why? Simple fact, people are recruiting and they're not retaining staff. That's because they're recruiting the wrong people. They're taking a CV in an interview and they're making a decision based on their wits. There's a science to recruitment, and you've got to know how to recruit the right people. With the advent of, what's the term? Artificial intelligence, AI, you think about that and how that can plug into your business. It can make a massive difference in choosing the right people for the role. Better retention, better loyalty breeds a better future for your business. You know, and you want to save thousands of dollars, think about how much you spend on recruitment if you're running a sales force. Top salespeople getting promoted at Christmas and going into management. It's like, oh, don't do that. Just because somebody's a great salesperson doesn't mean they're going to be a great manager. So it's just a really important thing for all businesses to be aware of. And if you're a business out there that doesn't work with me, take a look at your top salespeople that have been promoted and see how far they've got. Because for me, they're not always the right person for the job. They're kind of selfish people, salespeople. They're like racing drivers. Racing drivers, they might be part of a team, but you know, they're selfish beasts. You know, they've got winning mentality. Getting wins through other people takes a different dynamic in our human psyche. So, you know, that hunter-gatherer mentality of a salesperson doesn't make them always the best, okay, of managers. Next subject, quite quickly, why managers are failing. Again, I've experienced this at quite a high level. Managers fail for many different reasons. Number one is that they're poorly trained. They get promoted into positions and they don't get the right management training that they need. But also, they're kind of like the middlemen. You've got the owners of the business, the directors, you've got the salespeople, and you've got these guys in the middle, and they're the managers, and they don't have enough authority a lot of the time to make the types of decisions they need to make to get the sales force to deliver. And that might be because they don't have a control on purse strings or budgets, or maybe because of the ego of the business owner is stopping the manager being able to make the best decisions in their own opinion. Which leads me on to my 4th thing, okay, directors getting it wrong. Guys, if you own businesses and you're employing people in management positions and you want them to develop and grow, you've got to get your ego and your 20 years of experience and park it sometimes and start realizing that there's new, different ways of doing business, and maybe the ways you've done business in the past might not be the ways of doing business in the future. So take a long, hard look at your team and understand if you want your managers to grow, empower them, and it will give you a better chance of essentially delegating your business and scaling it much easier. Controlling all the time is not going to help the situation. It will lead to disillusioned managers, which lead to disillusioned salespeople, which lead to poor sales results, which means the company doesn't succeed. So look out for those things. I've seen those, of course, the last 4 weeks. So looking forward to February to look what I can find out about businesses there. But the difference that we're making in those areas has massive impact, and it's worth to companies, in some companies, tens of millions of dollars.